there is a hospital which does not have an ICU. What will be happening there? Number one, when patients come there to casualty with emergency, maybe you will be able to manage them for a couple of hours, then you refer now. So you will be referring out patients. So there are many hospitals who say that I am referring 1 to 2 patients a day. There are some hospitals who say that weekly 2-3 patients. Even if one patient you are referring, that patient is going to another city and actually paying a bill of at least 1 lakh of rupees. If you retain that patient, don't you think you at least earn 50,000 rupees? Even if you charge less to the patient, actually you are serving that patient. You multiply the business that you will get by just keeping an ICU in your place. That is number one. Number two, how many patients, knowing that you don't have ICU services, are not coming to your place, which is unrecognized. The first one is recognizable, which is nothing but noticeable loss. The second one is unnoticed loss. They know that okay, that hospital there is no ICU. Let us go to the other hospital directly. Gone, no. This is two things. Third one, there is a patient with high risk surgery. You counsel the patient, but patient needs post-operative ICU care. Anesthetist says, you need a post-operative ICU care. Since we don't have an ICU, you please explain the patient. When you explain, patient will say, no, doctor, if it is high risk, let me go to the other hospital. You are losing that patient. Like that, how many patients are we losing? So these are all called leaking buckets, which means these many surgeries I am unable to do because of there is no ICU, which are coming to my hospital but referring out. And these many emergencies I am referring out because I don't have an ICU. These two are cognizable, noticeable losses. What is the loss that is which I am not unable to notice? So which means, as I said before, there are patients in the community who know that I don't have an ICU, who will not come to me at all. They are just going out. So that loss I am not unable to recognize, but is lost to me. Most importantly, how many doctors are general practitioners? How many doctors have small clinics? How many doctors are actually going to other places and operating, or other places and seeing patients? They all have their own pool of patients. Where are they sending those patients? If you start an ICU, okay, and if you interact with them, how many of them can actually become your partners in that ICU? Yes or no? So you are actually providing a facility to everybody so that they come and use your services, and then they are getting benefited, you are getting benefited, and most importantly, patients are getting benefit, rather than in emergency or even in high risk cases running to other place and getting treatment done with 2 times 3 times cost. You are offering it at the doorstep with half the cost. So you actually can become a big brother to the smaller community of pool of doctors if you can actually really open up for them, to empanel with them. This is what actually we do in Sipaka. Whenever we open an ICU in any hospital, we clearly tell them this ICU is not for this hospital alone. This is for this community, because ultimately we want to see that every patient benefits. So the other doctors can become empaneled, so that next time they can use this ICU. Let them be consultants for those patients. I'm not talking about referrals. I'm talking about empaneling doctors, so that they see the patient, they use the ICU, and then they take back the patient. So even for them, today they have an ICU at their doorstep for their own patient. You are actually giving the same